Let's be honest. Half the decisions you make in a day aren't for you. They're for them. Who's them? That invisible audience in your head that you've been performing for since secondary school. You know the one. The imaginary people who judge your outfit, your career choice, even the way you say good morning. You post a selfie, then delete it because, maybe they'll think I'm doing too much. You say yes when you want to say no because you don't want to seem rude. But deep down, you're tired. Tired of being liked. Tired of smiling through discomfort. Tired of being the understanding one who always gets understood last. And if that sounds like you, this video is your wake-up call. Because this isn't about being cold or careless. It's about reclaiming your self-worth, your peace, and your freedom. Chapter 1. The Trap of Approval. Approval seeking doesn't start as weakness. It starts as survival. You just wanted to fit in, to be accepted. But somewhere along the way, being nice turned into being silent. Now you shrink yourself so others can feel comfortable. You say sorry for things that aren't your fault. You laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You agree with opinions you secretly disagree with. And the irony, the people you're bending over backwards for, half of them don't even notice. The other half are just glad you keep saying yes. That's the trap. You keep performing for approval that was never guaranteed. You've mistaken peacekeeping for self-erasing. But here's the truth. You don't owe the world a perfect version of you. You owe it an honest one. Chapter 2. The Approval High. Let's be real. Approval feels good. Someone compliments you and you're like, wow, maybe I am doing something right. But just like sugar, the high doesn't last. It fades. And then you start craving it again. More compliments, more reassurance, more "you're doing great" from people who don't even know your last name. That's how approval becomes a drug. The more you get, the emptier you feel when it stops coming. And here's the wild part. You start chasing it from the wrong places. You trade your peace for attention, your truth for validation. But no amount of likes or "you're amazing" texts can fill a self-worth gap. Because self-worth isn't built from outside noise, it's built from inner peace. Chapter 3. The Fear of Being Disliked. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite nightmare, being disliked. You ever notice how one person not liking you can ruin your entire day? You'll get 99 compliments and one weird look. Guess which one your brain replays at 2 a.m. But let's flip the script. Being disliked doesn't mean you're wrong. It often means you finally stopped pretending. Think about it. The people everyone likes are usually the ones who never stand for anything. You can't be authentic and universally approved. It's impossible. So here's a little challenge. Let someone misunderstand you and do absolutely nothing about it. Don't over-explain. Don't justify. Just breathe. Because your peace is not a debate. Chapter 4. The Power of Detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop chasing. You stop chasing explanations. You stop chasing approval. You stop chasing closure from people who are never open. You learn to protect your peace without sending a 2-page essay every time someone gets upset. You realize silence can be louder than arguments. You start choosing peace over being right. You stop trying to convince people to see your value and start living like you already know it. And that right there is emotional freedom. Chapter 5. Becoming whole again. Once you stop performing, something strange happens. Life feels quiet. No constant validation hits. No external good job. At first it feels like something's missing. But then that silence becomes your mirror. You start hearing your own voice again. What do you actually like? What pace feels right for you? You start making choices that align with peace instead of popularity.
You stop posting for attention and start creating for fulfillment. You stop saying yes to stay liked and start saying yes because it feels right. That's not arrogance. That's self-respect. Chapter 6. The New Definition of Freedom. Freedom isn't about not caring what anyone thinks. It's about caring more about your peace than their opinion. It's waking up without the pressure to perform. It's saying no and sleeping peacefully after. It's speaking your truth without a panic attack. When you reach that level, you don't need to prove confidence. You radiate it. Because you're no longer trying to be seen. You're just being real. And that, right there, is the kind of confidence that hits. Final words. Listen, you don't need to earn your worth through approval. You were born with it. You don't need everyone to like you to live freely. You just need to stop betraying yourself to be liked. So if you're done performing and ready to live on your own terms, this is your reminder. Stop auditioning for love and start living in it. If this hit home, hit that subscribe button and share this with someone who's been living for likes instead of living for themselves. Because here on Max Life, we don't chase validation. We build confidence, clarity, and freedom. Your worth isn't up for approval. And your peace? That's your new flex.